You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you. The first signs are really subtle, but over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity. I should know. It runs in my blood.
Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go. Tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
Emergency at Windscale Atom Plant. It's not emergency, but disaster. Now the worst seems to be over. Wiring target.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather? War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy. They talk of peace and dream of war.
Hardcore
Our
domination.
people deserve
Capture
to
all
be freed of the
objectives.
oppressor's
Secure.
grasp.
Vengeance is on your only path, Noe.
Taking Bravo. Charlie secure.
People so quick to use their power do not deserve to keep it. There is much to learn from each other here, Skip.
Enemy UAV on the way.
When they will
Hostile
be
counter
better
UAV overhead.
together.
We're losing Charlie. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. Securing objective Bravo. Friendly mosquito deployed.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
We're losing Charlie. Enemies taking Bravo. We're taking Alpha. Enemies securing Charlie. We control Alpha. The enemy took Charlie.
Let's clean the
Enemy
field of
securing
these
Bravo.
a-holes.
We've lost Bravo.
Скіфе, радий тебе бачити, друже. Валимо звідси. Ви тільки погляньте на це. Край, чарівний край, червона і крута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна
Enemy has captured these
моя.
objectives. Get them secure.
Жива.
Координати закинув. Поквапся.
Enemies taking Alpha. We're taking Charlie.
I help you
We're
win.
taking Bravo.
And you.
We're losing Alpha. Enemies taking Alpha.
Perfect shot.
Зараз час такий. Час можливостей.
Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті. Який в них сенс?
Зона така, якою бачиш її ти. Я показав тобі, якою я її бачу. Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
Why you got him sending me pictures?
We've been honored to partner with GSC Game World, the Ukrainian studio behind Stalker 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves on September 5th. Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world, from both our partners and our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all digital Series X and expanding color and storage options across the Series X and S lineup. They'll be coming to select markets this holiday. These new X and S consoles, alongside the many other devices in our Xbox gaming family, offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios in Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games into the future with our commitment to game preservation, by pushing the technical boundaries in our future hardware, and empowering you to play your games anywhere you want on Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud. This is what defines Xbox today and in the future, and we're hard at work on the next generation. Immediately after Showcase ends, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins. We're taking you inside Treyarch and Raven for an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
World premiere.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV active. Hostile Mosquito is online.
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system. New way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
No turning back now.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it is all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
It's something you should see.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting two exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
or secure the package.
Enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach.
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
We've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver your threat levels.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next
escape
one.
routes, push on the player's location, and force them to think on their feet. We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Come on, people! They know we're coming!
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's one that what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
Kill them all or secure the package. Show no mercy.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap, Stem,
The round is
Homing
lost.
Knife,
Focus on the next one.
Disruptor,
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
Capture!
Okay, the attacker comes in.
I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go!
That was sick. Great. I think we got it.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode.
Finish the mission.
We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call. And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni Movement. This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone and full 360 degrees range of motion.
Only you remain. Finish the mission.
From the beginning, if we can't do this thing, why? And then you're like, people actually move that way? What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you could sprint in any direction, then you could dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly think that once you experience Omni Movement, there's no going back. We We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist.
Mission failed. Return
And
to base.
each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6. We looked at other genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Gonna go truck 100%.
Zero threats or acquire the package. Strike quickly.
Our team is super
Wow, they didn't. That's wild. They probably went topside.
Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives.
Still around spawn left side.
A dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. Nature got special attention to the cuticles. They're just freshly cut, and there's dirt in between their nails. There's their palms as they're sweaty and running through the situations that they're in. We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playground.
Good shit.
Gear by any means necessary.
Could have just laid down that round. Oh, he's fucking AFK. Why didn't you go humiliate him? What the fuck?
We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then rip off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
All that jumping for nothing.
The Black Ops 6
I humiliated the other guy.
players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different.
One's in back light,
From the
the other one's back left
widget
somewhere.
to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a
Oh, he moved. They're both there. They're both in their spawn.
For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD
Both moving now. What the fuck? Right when I went to kill them both.
Streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the mini-map in the bottom left?
They're probably hoarding flag. One's up top on you, behind you.
Not only does the
Behind you.
give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel
We
alive
lost that
and
round.
awesome.
Prepare for the next one.
As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and battle, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
One down. Off truck. Good shit.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige.
He's there on pipe. Moving up to probably middle.
Prestige is back in Call
Yep,
of
he's
Duty
up here.
with
He's
Black
up here.
Ops 6. We pulled the
Marked.
best of the
He's
best
moving
from
around.
past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who
He's
reach
there.
max player level will have the choice
He's low in the middle. Bottom.
start the round with relock gear and go through the
Sure.
leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10
It's 4-2. We got this shit.
each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip.
Oh, what a rat. Oh my
Players who
god.
make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate
I didn't even see what you
Masters
yeah.
with 1,000 additional
The game
levels
is
to climb
fucked, dude.
through
It is what it is. The
and
hit
a
markers are
classified
retarded.
reward to uncover
I'm sorry to
for anyone
say.
dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end.
Enemy
The
move.
full
Cancel my
Prestige
left.
system is available on day 1 in Black Ops 6.
Enemy one.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it.
What? Bro, I hit him like 5 times. Same thing as you, bro. I hit him like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, that makes sense. There's no damage on that last kill. Makes sense.
Step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win, or focus on taking out enemies first streets for the team. All of our weapons, gear,
Up top, low, in the middle, hiding by the tower.
through that lens of supporting these playstyles. And of course, there wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6. Noah said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're going to get some early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. 12 core,
He's been back right low.
and 4 strike maps, which can be played at 6v6
Drop
or
slid him.
2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic.
He's coming to you from that
maps.
side somewhere.
We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance.
He got me
with
from tower.
More medium size, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing,
was
but still
back right
have
from
meaningful
tower.
decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer.
Nice.
We've covered a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just
No one challenges anymore. They just fucking hide in corners. It's horrible. I know I'm playing like dog shit, but that's just fucking... I would rather lose and play fuck push than...
Round-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left.
On my left in the
We're
little hole,
excited
he's
to
coming in
announce
from the
that there
middle.
are 2 brand new maps
On
available
the bottom.
at launch, with a curated mix of favorite features and new elements to discover.
Other one's
For
on
those
you
new to
somewhere
Zombies,
close.
It's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode brings to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also become
Last round.
Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features.
All right,
that are
let's go,
returning. This is
pistols.
going to be a truly epic return for round-based zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed.
Now we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. Make sure to stay
On your
tuned
left,
for
on your left,
details
turn.
on what
Yep.
your favorite
Oh my
streamers
god.
get hands-on Black
Mission
Ops
failed.
6, so you
Return
can
to
be
base.
prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look
Don't
forward
be sorry, bro. It's a game.
reactions
It was
and
good. It was
feedback
tight.
from our open
One
beta
loss.
coming up
GG.
this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige, then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. Last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies. There's so much more to share across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Wow.
On to the next. Eliminate the enemy or secure the package. Only you remain. Finish the mission. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Get ready for the next one.
Why'd you reload?
Kill them all or secure the package. Show no mercy. Round secure. On to the next.
Bro, like, they're playing like straight bitches, brother. The amount of mounting is crazy.
That was shown off right here at IGN Live. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, longtime IGN's weekly Xbox podcast Unlocked. And here we Unlocked co-hosts Destin Legary, Stella Chung, and Miranda Sanchez. Bam! Hello, IGN Live. I'm going to start right here. I've been covering Xbox for a long time. A lot of you have been watching me and us
The mission is complete.
covering
Good
Xbox
work.
for a long time. That was the greatest Xbox showcase they've ever done.
It was fire.
The crowd agrees. They nailed it, and there's so much to get to, and we have not enough time. I could do this all day, and I wish I could. Miranda, I'm going to start with you because the one more thing after Sarah Bond, started to wrap us up was the very thing that you hoped and desired for. And I should have been filming her, so I could have posted that. But Miranda, Gears of War, you got it, but not how you thought you were going to get Gears of War. Talk to me, please.
When it was announced, when I saw like the TV with logos,
Sat it on the fan.
I slammed my hands down on the table. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody who's working near me. But I was like, is that Marcus? Is he a baby? Is that a baby Marcus Phoenix? Whose hand? Is that Dom? Baby Dom? Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. At first, I was a little disappointed and a little worried. I was like, what if they just drop Kate's story? Because I love Kate. I love Kate and Marcus as a duo. Like, obviously, the cliffhanger from Gears 5 was, like, huge and really important. And I'm like, are you guys leaving this behind? And Microsoft put up a post on Xbox Wire kind of going in-depth a little bit more on why E-Day and why they chose to go back to this. And it's like, for fans of the mainline series, which very clearly states that this is in addition to what they do. So Kate's story will continue as far as I've read into this, which I'm like, yes. Then I was like, I'm not trying to get up because I don't want to disturb camera settings, but it's like, I'm sold. I'm just giving you
We'll have to wait a number of years longer to find out which branch, the cliffhanger resolution.
I think
it's gonna be a while.
That means to me that storyline's gonna pay off in like a really cool way because I trust them to get that right. So.
I mean, the idea of the
Damn it.
I love that they're actually doing it because it means Dom is back. The return of our buddy Dom.
That is good shit.
Yeah. I like it. Anyway.
And I love John DiMaggio back to the forefront as, of course, our fearless leader in Marcus Phoenix.
Baby Phoenix.
The both mid.
That round. Get ready for the next one.
Going back to the beginning here.
What's up?
I think that's great, especially for new players, right? They're going to be like,
you okay? Shake your head, yes or no?
I hope this means they bring back their esports.
Eliminate
I
all
want to see some
hostiles or
competitive
secure the
players,
package.
right?
Your call.
It's about time. So I'm personally very stoked on so many different levels.
The ride with the Gears crew.
The mid one in. Yeah, fucking gay.
Are you surprised that it wasn't Gears situation?
I gotta be honest, I was just losing it while they're trying to I was like, it's Gears! They showed it! I was so freaking hyped. This whole showcase was basically Xbox saying, we're gonna do E3. They have across the industry and capping it off absolutely love it.
Shit. Oh.
We know they've been working on it for a long time, so I think it's maybe safe to extrapolate that it won't be next year, because otherwise they probably would have said 2025
Secure the
like
area
they did
or
for
the
a number of
package.
other games.
Just get it
But
done.
yeah,
Maybe,
26. If all goes well, hopefully that's going to be the time that we're all playing Gears of War. They brought back the Of War.
Of War.
Of War to come back.
No.
On to the next.
Thank goodness. There can be two GOW franchises. It doesn't matter. They're both great. It's fantastic. So, I'm thrilled. I love it. And Coalition's going to bring it on Unreal Engine 5.
Oh gosh, it's gonna look gorgeous.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
So that was huge. So, a little quick inside baseball. For the people watching at home, we had a watch-along upstairs in our panel room at this venue. We were in our editorial
Mission's
area
complete. Good work.
across the way, kind of hiding in a corner, and we could hear the crowd erupting.
Losing.
Oh yeah, they're going
Rightfully so.
And the thing that had the most raucous reaction in that entire phenomenal showcase was Perfect Dark. That was the game that everybody was going nuts for. myself. Now, Destin, I believe you had made that one of your predictions. Here was Perfect Dark. So I'm going to start with you. What was your reaction to seeing gameplay of Perfect Dark?
It looks freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like you were talking about parkour elements.
Yes.
They introduced parkour elements. The gameplay looks interesting in that Perfect Dark way where you're using like stealth mechanics. You can go loud when you need to go loud. There's some puzzle mechanics in there. I'm really, really interested to see how this plays out when you have the controller in your hands. But man, what a reveal.
Well, everybody knows how much I love Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Mirror's Edge fan. And there is some Mirror's Edge mixed in to Perfect Dark with the first-person parkour. That part made me really happy. I saw some comments from some people online that little Deus Ex maybe in there.
I see a little of that.
Also makes me happy. Stella, tell me, what was your reaction to seeing gameplay of Perfect Dark?
I saw a ton of things I can't repeat on this stage, but I am so excited. It looks really good. Also, the HUD, I want to say it's so not invasive that it really looks so immersive. I love that so much. Also, the fact that it actually looks like you're wearing a visor, right? Because you're a super spy, you're helping, you're getting aided by tech now in this age. It's so good. And I know some people aren't going to focus on like HUD, but it really does impact your gameplay, and it looks so minimal. I'm so excited for this.
So, I mean, it's clear after this showcase, in case there was any doubt, Xbox is reclaiming the title of we have the most cool first-person games on our platform.
Yeah.
Like, Sony might have the third-person thing, but Xbox has first-person on lock. Miranda, what did you think of Perfect Dark?
I think it looks really cool. Like, I was not really sure what to expect. I've mentioned this a few times. I was a little too young to play it whenever it came out, so I just missed it entirely. And so I was like, I have no expectations for this other than to be impressed, because this is supposed to be a quadruple A game, quadruple A studio. And it looks pretty dang cool. Quadruple A? I don't know. But cool. Absolutely. So I think it's going to be a pretty neat one to explore. I love that there's just, as you said, the parkour elements looked awesome. And so I'm interested to see like the hacking elements, like the overlays when you're on the screen. Obviously a little bit scripted there, but I'm excited to see how more of that expands in the future.
Yeah, I was not expecting, honestly, I wasn't expecting to see Perfect Dark at all today, let alone a gameplay trailer. So I'm on cloud 9 after that trailer. That was phenomenal. So sticking to first-person greatness.
Yeah.
Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was
sick.
That was so good. It was so good. Miranda, as our resident Gears of War superfan, were you thinking Chain Shield as I was? Because like that was.
I was like fanning myself like, oh, that and like the shotgun with the skull in it that shoots bones. I was like, oh, say less. But yeah, no, it looks cool, and a different color palette for Doom too.
Yeah.
Are you guys hyped to get back into Doom next year? The game looks so good. That team is so talented. Doom 2016, Doom Eternal. I have no doubt they're going to absolutely just crush this. Destin, talk to me about Doom Dark Ages and your response to it.
Yeah, that was like one of their opening assets too. So like to see that as the first thing, you're like, okay, are they going to have more stuff? They did. But this just looks awesome. It's exactly what you want from a Doom game. It's got over-the-top violence, all the crazy weapons that we're just remembering from this very short trailer. I cannot wait to get the shotgun and start killing some demons.
Yeah, the unfortunate part of our job is I haven't had a chance to watch any of these trailers more than once.
Right.
So I want to go back and study the Doom trailer and a lot of these trailers. But Stella, you're just now making your way at my insistence on Unlocked through Doom Eternal. What was your reaction as somebody currently playing Doom Eternal to seeing the Dark Ages?
Again, I said a lot of things I can't repeat, but it is so cool. My favorite thing about Doom is the weapons actually feel so heavy, right? Like you feel just how big of a guy you are as Doom Guy, like using these incredibly heavy weapons, I love it so much. Chain shield is awesome. Also, I saw us climb into a mech or something, which looks incredible at the end.
Oh yeah, the mech.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
and the
I want to know more about that.
There's a mount. You can ride
Yeah, the mount.
Yeah,
You get a buddy.
It's being able to fight like a Colossus-sized monster. I'm like, yes, I am all in. I am so excited. Also, I'm happy to see my husband Doom Guy here. So.
I mean, yeah, anybody that's gotten really deep into Doom and Doom Eternal and has read all the lore in the
Secure the target area.
Knows that, like, so we're going back to the beginning of the Doomslayer's time before he was on ice for thousands of years or whatever until. Yeah, you'll keep finding all the journals.
No, but
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Do you think they're going to show Daisy, his little bunny?
They're good. Well, we'll see. But
Enemies inside the perimeter.
We're going back in time. Sure. So yeah, Doom is my shopping list in 2025. All right. There are 5.
We have taken the lead. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Whoa, lag.
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. We've lost the lead.
Because we did get that teaser last year, but I believe I think it was Miranda that called it in the pre-show. Fable.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
get Andy.
I did not expect that.
I'm surprised. I was actually surprised that was just baked in the middle. Like, that seemed like an end or like hard
miserable
beginning. I was
Black
like that Perfect Dark 2 is like just a solid show.
How insane visually did Fable look when they're going around the town stuff and the out? This is on Forza Tech. That's what they're using for this. So you are going to get the weather, the weather effects. I mean, it's wild what is.
I also like that this was giving moments in the
inside the perimeter.
Like,
hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
I guess we're going.
Again, I'm going on memory, which is not a good idea. Wasn't Fable
Is my ping so high?
At the end of that one? I can't remember now. No, the crowd's quiet. So
No, yes, because I made a joke with Sam about it being the same time as GTA. So yeah.
Hardpoint relocated.
I think you could
secure
pretty
the
much
target
pencil
area.
that in for fall 2025. I can't imagine we'd see it before that. Maybe Doom in spring and Fable in the fall would be
Enemies inside the
already
perimeter.
a nice year. Destin, thoughts on Fable?
I mean, it looks freaking phenomenal. Seeing the
That'd be dope.
interactions between the characters that
Secure
your
the area.
protagonist is talking to, I was like, I cannot wait to see what kind of stories they're going to tell here. Clearly, you brought up what we do in the shadows. There's been a lot of
Enemies inside the perimeter.
that they're going to be implementing in this particular version of Fable.
Hardpoint compromised.
His
Secure
name from
the area.
IT Crowd. Previous trailer, and they just keep going for those favorite actors.
Stand by.
Do we have some hype for Fable in the crowd out there? I think we do. I sure do. I love this game,
Target area
this
updated.
series.
Move to the hard point.
Fable 2 is my favorite, so but like we were saying in the pre-show, I just can't think of a more talented team to take this on than Playground.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't make 9s. They make
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Good wins, good wins.
and so, Fable is
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
very high on my wish list. Hopefully that means we'll get to play it for the first time and share that with you on IGN at some point next year. But for now, we've got a lot more to discuss from the Xbox showcase. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we've got more highlights from that amazing Xbox showcase. Stay tuned for more IGN Live in just a minute.
Inside the perimeter. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
I'm feeling myself.
Since
I'm
1999,
feeling
Future
myself.
has captured the hearts and minds of countless. And now the hilarious series from Matt Groening and David X. Cohen is set to return with another all-new season on July 29th. That's right, 10 new episodes featuring our lovable and updated community. Are back on
Oh my god.
This time around, the Planet Express ship is taking us on new adventures involving birthday party games to the death, Bender's ancestral robot village, and the 5-million-year-old story behind the mind-altering substance known
Still win this, we just gotta tighten up a little bit.
This is the best day of my life.
Move to the hard point.
IGN Live is presented by
Enemies inside.
Bro, I just spawned. They're flanking, by the way.
IGN experience? Check out IGN Plus. Members get exclusive deals and giveaways. Browsing on IGN Maps, discounts
Every front door.
IGN store, and with IGN partners. Free game. Get 30 days of IGN Plus for just $1. Head to plus.ign.com.
Good win. This is a good hold.
IGN has the most thorough, easy-to-use, and high-tech maps out.
Hardpoint relocated.
Yeah, go next.
We've recently added features like personal notes that save to your IGN account and a region selection tool that lets you cruise around the biggest maps with ease. IGN maps load faster with more markers.
Hardpoint relocated.
And our
Secure the target area.
your constant companion to the biggest games. So start checking off markers for the games you are
Enemies inside the
playing for
perimeter.
free at
Why am I lagging so hard?
IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help. IGN
Friendly
guides
cruise
are
missile deployed.
easy to use, and of course, free. Checklist if you go for 100%, just like we do. IGN has the
Freaking getting gangbanged in my spawn.
accurate guides for The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Hogwarts Legacy, and so much more.
Why are my shots so
Every guide is
ass?
tested and verified for you by experts. Just search
Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. We secured the lead.
IGN Playlist is the best way to track your game collection. Your entire Steam library to playlists,
Target
make
area
it easier than
updated.
ever to review
Move to the
games,
hardpoint.
show off your collection of the world, and finally chip away at that massive
Just a little late rotate.
Enemies taking the
IGN
lead.
Playlist. Check it out.
covering that fantastic Xbox showcase right here on IGN Live. Let's keep this
We gotta be there. Just try to stay up.
and talk about another huge one from today. We'll dip into third party
Flipping these
for a minute
spawns.
here. Metal Gear Solid Delta.
No shot. He's just laying pipe at me like that. Like already as I'm walking up the stairs. There's just no way.
This is an Unreal Engine 5 remake
Hardpoint
of
relocated.
MGS3, Snake
Stand by.
Eater.
They're pushing old still.
Yeah,
Go next.
they actually showed a lot more of the introductory sequences and how they've remastered them. So we have a few comparisons on IGN that I have done based off the assets that have been
Hardpoint
released already.
relocated. Secure the target
I'm
area.
blown away. I'm blown away. I really am. I mean, it's either my connection's ass or his gun's just a million times better than mine.
How the original was, with some interesting mechanics like being able to climb on the rafters. This looks great, right? Yeah, I'm 100% sold on this.
Stay
one.
down.
I'm down to see what Konami does with it.
Miranda, any love?
He's on the corner right there.
Choke some guys out in that game.
Please, somebody shoot at him. He's just sitting in the hard point right around the corner from everybody.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Okay, or we'll just let him contest.
But I'm excited to be introduced to him. In the mud and disguises.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
That's kind of what I'm taking along.
Confirming
Like,
next
oh, yeah, do you
hardpoint.
like
Stand by.
disguises? Do you like the mud? That's just what I remember from this. But yeah, I'm interested.
Stella, you diving into the mud with Snake on
Oh my
this
god.
one?
Well, everyone knows I'm
Target
bad at
area
stealth,
updated.
but I would try
Move
it
to
for
the hard
this.
point.
But it's so funny because when he jumped out of the plane, I was like, oh, it's like Tom Cruise doing his own stunts, and he's doing like the survival and everything. The survival is so interesting. He has to find his own gun. He has to find his own food, which popped up in front of that deer. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Hostiles are on the run. Don't relent.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it looks really interesting. I'm so curious to see how that works out.
Down low, all down low, all down low.
Plays a huge part. So seeing him really, really interesting because that'll
How in God's name?
and the CQC stuff has changed. I could go on about that.
Why is this the worst hard point out of every Call of Duty ever?
We'll go back to the first party here. I cannot wait. We didn't get a date,
Let's go next.
interestingly, so we'll see
Hard
when
point
in
relocated.
2024, but
Stand
this
by.
year,
Whoever that's at.
Indiana Jones. Yeah, that is Machine Games.
Oh my God.
Those guys have never missed, not once.
Hard point
Even when they
relocated.
were,
Secure the top
before
enemies
they were
inside the
Machine
perimeter.
Games, that group of developers made the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from the greatest original Xbox games ever made.
Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
Please kill him. Another one at the front door, in the side windows.
Again,
mission time is half over.
the home
Maintain the
of
lead.
awesome
Gotta get in that.
games on Xbox. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first. Miranda.
Enemies inside the perimeter.
Clearly, Games is going to have a story here. There was a
Hardpoint
lot to
compromised.
chew on.
Secure the area.
I wanted popcorn to chew on while watching the trailer because it was so simple. And they said that they're trying to like walk the line of having that cinematic enjoyment experience because
Confirming
it is a
next
new
hard
adventure,
point.
but you get to be
Stand by.
part of it. So it's the kind of humor and tone to it that I would have expected, and so it is almost
Gotta
like
get
a
on time.
confirmation check on that. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this
Next
is
door.
exactly
Target
what
area
we expected
updated.
from the story.
That's
And
huge.
that's a good thing. We do like
Already
throwing matches
rotating
off ships,
from up
so,
top.
and into pits.
Give this good.
Stella, how'd you feel about it?
Hardpoint compromised.
The whole team
Secure
is
the
serious.
area.
I can't wait to slap some people around. I am very curious about the platforming and everything. I'm really bad at that, but also the puzzles. I mean, Miranda, we're gonna be doing so
That's more
much.
fun,
Yeah, we
yes.
got like all the different puzzles and secrets.
I'm still.
So yeah, I'm really excited.
Destin, Harrison Ford making some money just for his face off of this game, which great. But Troy Baker is doing a really good job on the video side for this. It's
Alright.
Mission is complete.
he
Good
sounds
work.
pretty young Harrison Fordy in this.
Yeah, he's nailing that Harrison Ford vibe, and just really focused on the storytelling and interactions between the characters, their mannerisms, and how the one actor is making fun of, American cartoons. I really like that, and I like how they sort of vilify that character, but also add a little bit of that campy humor in there. It's really feeling like indie. I'm going to be curious how they implement puzzles and gameplay on top of that, the storytelling, and how that all comes together. I'm really still intrigued about.
And again, like this is a AAA top shelf Indiana Jones game. It's day one on Game Pass. Like I know that's like almost a meme at this point. It's cliche, but you don't even have to do anything. You just download it and you pay that monthly subscription and you're good to go. But man, yeah, I am so pumped. I have probably more confidence that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is going to be good than anything else. Like there was a lot that was great, but given Machine Games' track record, there's just nothing. I have less than zero doubt that they're going to knock it out of the park.
And the pitch comes from somebody that loves the franchise and loves Indiana.
Yeah, Todd Howard executive producing this game too.
Yep.
So that is they're bringing it in for the home stretch. If I had to guess, just having done this for a long time, I'll bet Gamescom we get a release date trailer. That would be my guess. If they didn't give us that date, they still reaffirmed 2024.
Right, I was
for
going to
now.
say, I mean, there's a lot of games in the showcase that didn't have a date. It's just 2024. So I think it's kind of continuing with the trend we've seen since the pandemic kicked up, with that people, instead of just declaring a release date, they just wait until they're ready to actually announce it and stick with it instead of having to keep pushing stuff back.
Yeah,
So
I
I
mean,
think that's safe.
nothing's out until it's out anymore. But I think Gamescom is a pretty safe bet to get a release date trailer for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So a game that has been highly anticipated for, at this point, many years, and we finally got a pretty cool look at it, was Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Yeah, what a surprise.
That looked great.
It did,
That looked great. I mean, Destin, you're a big BioWare fan. It has been, actually this year is 10 years since the last Dragon Age, which was, by the way, IGN's 2014 Game of the Year.
Wow.
Sunset Overdrive got robbed that year, by the way. I voted for Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, I see some support out there for it. But what'd you think, Destin, of Dragon Age? You know, long hiatus. This game it got announced forever ago. It's already had a name change, but now we get a pretty good look at kind of, or a good idea at least, of just what it is. What'd you think?
Yeah, I'm still intrigued by whatever Dragon Age is going to wind up being, but what I felt was more important was Xbox showcasing this on their stage as opposed to EA doing something separately or with Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
Because it shows their commitment to the partnerships that they've been working to establish, and to see Dragon Age on their stage, it's a huge win for Microsoft and Xbox. And that wasn't just Dragon Age, there were a bunch of games like that. And it really made the showcase feel special.
Yeah. Now, Miranda, you love your video game relationships, games where you can establish relationships with
Gotta
your
get that smooching.
characters.
Yeah.
And this seems like apparently there's going to be a lot of that going on with the
it's BioWare. We got it.
Yeah,
we're
exactly,
gonna have those romance guides. What I liked about this trailer too is that
Search
we
and
had so
destroy.
many quick looks at new
141,
characters that are
plant
coming.
a charge
So
on the
very
target
kind of
and level it.
we've seen before, but then it's just like here's a name flash, a very quick look at like almost a taste of their personality before we actually get to know them. So I'm already plotting who I'm gonna romance first. So.
Stella, any thoughts on what we saw from Dragon Age the Veilguard?
Yeah, I loved Inquisition. That was actually my first entry into the Dragon Age game. And I loved it so much, and also loved the romance.
remaining.
There's so many good scenes in there. But I'm really curious to see where the story's going to go, because it left off, especially with the DLC, there were some pretty hard feelings there. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to pan out. But it looks great. I love that the trailer was kind of formatted like it's a heist. Oh, we're getting crewed together, you know? So very curious to see what the story beats are.
Yeah, is anybody else pleasantly surprised that had a 2024 date on it? Like,
30 seconds remain.
In
On
the
that
next
note,
few
though,
months.
I'm a little bummed we didn't see gameplay because it is a 2024. Like, we still got Perfect Dark gameplay, but we couldn't get Dragon Age gameplay. Like, I'm
We're
guessing
planting
we'll
at
do more stuff later, though. Hopefully, release date.
Device in play.
Yeah,
Countdown
suddenly
started.
the back's looking pretty packed.
We're gonna be really
There's
busy.
going to be no shortage of video games to play, and hopefully what seems like really, really good video games. How about, let's go back. Let's go back to another first-person game and another first-party Xbox game. Avowed was in there.
Our device was
We
disarmed.
didn't get a release date for that,
The round is
which
lost.
I found a little
Focus on the
surprising
next one.
at this point. But we did get a pretty variety-filled trailer. We talked on Unlocked a lot over, like, that game it hasn't always won everybody over.
Search
right?
and destroy.
We had that initial CG trailer that looked
It gave a certain impression, right?
Yeah.
That initial CG trailer, and then they had the follow-up,
Set
which
up
is the more
security
recent reveal.
around the
But
objective.
I'm really intrigued by the story that is teased within every reveal so far. Gameplay is looking like it's starting to come together, and it's coming out this year, so we'll know very soon for sure. But the story is what's going to really win people over, I think, with Avowed.
And Obsidian has an incredible track record with delivering great stories and games. Obsidian, by the way, they're like down in Irvine. Anybody from Irvine in the house? We got this. I'm not sure, but yeah, on track for 2024. We don't know an exact date yet, so I suspect they're probably trying to get confident about it before they tell us exactly what it's going to be. That you can play on your Xbox and in Game Pass this year. That is coming this year. So we've just got a couple minutes left. I want to get through a couple of more games. I'm going to skip down, again, because this is a game that we got a very cinematic, non-review of last year's Xbox Showcase. But we got to see some gameplay of South of Midnight.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yes, from Compulsion Games. The art style on this is stunning. The art style is beautiful on this game.
Move in and detonate the target.
What would you think of watching that South of Midnight trailer?
Well, also the voice acting was great. Everything about it was just so perfectly done. The movement is what really caught my eye. The movement looks so fluid, and I love the different ability effects that you see when she was fighting. But the movement thing is going to be huge, because I saw her walking, and I was like, oh great, we're going to have another running simulator, but it's not. You have so many different powers, so I'm really interested to see what exactly her backstory is, what we're doing here, why we're like in Florida because it's got a gator. I'm like, no, I'm good.
We lost that round.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
For the next one.
Miranda, thoughts on Avowed now that we've gotten South of Midnight, now that we've gotten a proper look at it?
Yeah, I love the catfish friends. Like, I'm very curious to see what other kind of critters that we can get from down south and featured in this in like a really cool way and very imaginative too. Like, you kind of feel like the magic of it. And I really liked, as Sully, you were saying with the combat, like I like the white highlights, and it contrasts so nice against like this blight that's obviously starting to infest areas and affect the critters around too, it seems. I'm curious to see a little bit more of the story as well and see where we go with it, but I'm definitely looking forward to this one. It looks great.
I'm not sure. Go ahead, Destin.
Okay, yes, props to Compulsion, like love South of Midnight. I really just want to make sure we get time for 33, Expedition 33. And
you're just hijacking the final segment. Destin move if you watch Unlocked on a regular basis. Go ahead.
I saw the teleprompter. I'm like, I really have to mention Expedition 33.
Oh,
no. 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, so obviously, South of Midnight looks great. There's a lot of games like that that really subverted expectations, right? And one of them was Expedition 33. It seems to be like a turn-based RPG. Very, very beautiful looking. Available on Game Pass Day 1. New IP. We got a bunch of...
Hey, niggas are camping now?
Quickly, let's do everybody's game of the show. Everybody's game of the show. No, because I know what you're going to say.
Oh, well, yeah.
Destin, I'll start with you.
Oh, man, putting me on the spot.
I am putting you on the spot because you just
hijacked the Pass a charge on the target and level it.
Yeah, perfect dark. I think solid easily the game of the show.
Solid pick. Stella, I see you reviewing your notes, trying to make a decision.
They're all so good. You know what? It's Doom. Doom.
I was torn.
Hell yeah. Literally. Yes. All right, Miranda. Just go ahead and say it.
It's Gears of War EJ, obviously.
Final
I also
minute.
liked what it's called, something 33. I also really like that. That seems cool.
For me, I went to be my game of the show, but I have to say,
Finish the mission.
me, Perfect Dark stole it for me.
Secured the device.
Perfect Dark stole it for me. What a phenomenal showing. That game is, we know it's been in development for so long.
Device on Alpha.
It's been through a lot. And it is really coming together.
On planting, set containment.
I'm going with Perfect Dark. But this showcase was so great. You could have easily picked 10 games and been right.
Yeah.
There was no real
The enemy
answer
defused our bomb.
to game of the show.
The round is lost.
Phenomenal Xbox
Focus
showcase.
on the next
We didn't even
one.
mention Call of Duty.
Well, the Call of Duty Direct that felt like Black Ops 6 looks great. Awesome this year. I'm really stoked to get back into the campaign. I've skipped the last couple Call of Duties, but this one,
Search and destroy.
Black Ops 6 looking great. So that'll do it, everybody, for our post-show wrap-up of the Xbox Showcase. Thank you all
Set
so
up
much.
security
But
around the
we're
objective.
just getting started today here at IGN Live. In just a little bit, I will be back in this chair talking to Xbox boss Phil Spencer for an exclusive interview later on today. We've also got Star Wars Outlaws, X-Defiant, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and a live episode of IGN's Game Scoop podcast. But right now, it's time for the IGN Extra, a brand new showcase packed with tons of
1 minute remaining.
right here on IGN Live. Check it out.
Thank you.
They planted a Bravo.
IGN Live is presented by Xfinity. Stay ahead of the game with Xfinity's blazing fast speeds and smooth low-lag connection.
IGN Summer of Gaming is back.
Welcome back. I'm Max Scoville, and today's a big one. This is incredible. I mean, this is, wow. Thank you, Destin.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
IGN is the place for the biggest gaming event.
We are live.
Welcome back to IGN Live. IGN Store has it all.
Switch
From
inside.
clothes and collectibles to vinyl records, accessories, model kits,
Search and
and
destroy.
action figures from the biggest and best franchises like The Legend of Zelda, Star Wars, Fallout, Dungeons and Dragons, and more.
Move
Whatever
in
your
and
pop culture
detonate the
passion,
target.
you're guaranteed to find something you love. There are new and exciting products hitting the store every week. Like the Wasteland-ready Fallout Vault 33 hoodie, which pairs perfectly with the working wearable Pip-Boy. Plus, high-quality IGN Store exclusives like the powerful and spicy Star Wars Darkside Hot Sauce by Truff. We've even got merchandise for you to rock while tuning in to the IGN shows and podcasts you love. Or cap off a long day by relaxing to the soundtracks of your favorite video games, like Cyberpunk and The Last of Us. And the best part, you don't even need to leave the house to go there. Just head to store.ign.com and start shopping today. The IGN Store. You deserve it.
The Cinefix Top 100. A list so secretive even we don't know what movies are on it or where they rank. We'll reveal one of the movies,
Get ready for the next one. That was
good, I liked it. Talk about why it belongs, and finally find out where it ranks. Are any of the movies we've shown here on the list? I have no idea, and it drives me crazy. Join us as we find out on Cinefix, IGN, and wherever you get your podcasts. Why so?
Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective.
Hello and welcome to IGN Live, which you're watching live on IGN. So I guess that part is pretty self-explanatory. It's the dawn of the final day of IGN's first ever in-person fan event. And whether you're here watching in person or you're hanging out at home, we've got plenty of cool stuff in store. Today is the IGN Live Sunday Showcase, and we'll be checking out more awesome upcoming games, movies, and brand new trailers and inside looks. Well, are you ready? Oh, you are. All right, let's hit it.
I realise the good tradition to drink, but I believe if the stag gets too drunk the night before its wedding, it runs the risk of being shot.
And keep up with me, so there might be other, slower targets.
I do not think any of us can keep up with you tonight.
I thought you were not much of a drinker, Lord Kilmartin.
No, I am not. But in my defence, your mother does not like me.
No, our mother does not like you.
I shall handle this. Lord Kilmartin, our mother adores you. But our mother also has an obsession with great love stories.
Give the man some practical advice.
Frankly, you might consider doing something foolish.
Countdown
So something
started.
bold. Declare yourself. Throw rocks at Francesca's window tonight. Your problem is that you're trying much too hard to be respectful. Oh. If I am to be
Won
bold,
that round. Get ready for the next
I shall
one.
need some time to think about it.
Hey, this is Jeffrey T. Morgan.
Sloppy.
I am super excited to be joining the cast of The Boys this season.
Tú no eres el mayo, güey. Tú eres el payaso.
The Boys. Oof. Who came up with that shit? A lot of people have been asking me, Jeff, tell us about the role you're doing on this show. I'm playing
Set
a
up
guy named
security around the objective.
Butcher. They go way back. They're old buddies from their days doing some real at this. Butcher has discovered that he's only got months to live, and my character shows up. One laugh full of diabolical. After all, up soups like joking?
1 minute remaining.
Can I at least tell them Butcher
Solid work.
he's trying to make
Secure the field. Mission accomplished.
Hey, switch the voice chat.
say that I try to
El Mayo me la pela. El Mayo. El Mayo, puto. Cállate, güey. Ya, mi putita, güey. Mi putita ancha basura. Tú eres el Abril, güey. ¿Cuál Mayo? Cállate, perro. Pinche. Ay, mi puta. Ah, pues estoy muerto, güey. Muertita, muertita. Pinche putita que eres, güey. Pinche puta. Quítate ese pinche clan, güey. Tú no eres nada.
And that was a look at some awesome stuff coming to your television this year. Well, here's a little bit more.
Hola, and welcome to the wonderful world of Little Lands. Little Lands is a place filled with lush forests, rugged mountains, mysterious caves, and occasionally gigantic mushrooms. The residents of Little Lands are by and large a friendly bunch, and they like to greet each other with a cheerful wave. Robin lives at home with her abuela in a quaint little settlement called Clay Jar Village, named, of course, for the large and mysterious clay jars you'll find around town. Now, Robin enters the local museum, where rocks and fossils will soon be on display. It seems Robin has decided to break one of the curator's pots. They are then quickly kicked out of the museum. Let's follow along now as Robin ventures outside of the village. Ah, it appears that Robin has discovered a robust tree branch, a very useful item in the world of Little Lands. And now we see Robin defending themselves in combat. Well done, mi amor. Robin has just learned that mischievous goblinettes have raided the farm of local resident Stuart Farmer and stolen his favorite hat. They appear to have left a trail of droppings in their wake. Now we see Robin walking through a mysterious cave. If Robin can solve this puzzle, they
Thank you guys for watching today's stream. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'm going to be ending it now. Go over to my Instagram. It's in my bio. And go follow that. We're going to be doing a giveaway at 1,500 subscribers. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share.